South Korea's president has repeatedly pledged to build trust with North Korea and resume inter-Korean dialogue. That's despite Pyongyang saying it has no intention of improving ties. With Lee Jae-myung struggling to break a deadlock, time is running out for some North Koreans living in the south. CNA's Lim Yun Suk tells us more.
Hak-sop has one last wish: to die in the land where he was born, North Korea.
금세 얘기한 것도 이유로 그래. 그렇다면 이것도 실수를 하는 것보다 내가 이게 죽을 장소에 가는 것이 낫지 않겠냐. 어느 사람이 죽을는지 내일 죽을는지 몰라. 다행히 또 몇 년 살 수 있는지도 모르겠고. 그래서 일찍 현재를 벗어나고 싶어요.
95-year-old Mr. An left the North more than 7 decades ago. But in a desperate move to fulfill his final wish, he earlier this week tried to cross the border at Imjin-gak, about 66 kilometers north of Seoul. Imjin-gak is a symbolic gateway to Pyongyang, the only official crossing between the two Koreas, which remain technically at war. But he and his supporters were stopped by police. South Korean authorities say Mr. An cannot go back to North Korea because Pyongyang has cut off all contact, making any return impossible for now. As a young man, Mr. An fought for North Korea's founder Kim Il-sung during the 3-year Korean War. Captured in 1953 and imprisoned in the South, he spent decades refusing to renounce communism, even as others did so in exchange for their freedom. In 1995, after 42 years behind bars, he was released under a special pardon by then-President Kim Il-sung and became a South Korean citizen. 5 years later, after the two Koreas held their first inter-Korean summit, he had the chance to return to the North, but he refused, saying his mission to drive out American forces and reunify the two Koreas was not finished. In 2000, South Korea repatriated 63 unconverted long-term North Korean prisoners, many of whom had spent decades in South Korean prisons. Mr. An, who stayed behind, got married and started a family. Now frail but still determined, he told CNA he grew up under Japan's colonial rule. And he does not want to be buried in what he sees as another colony, South Korea, where U.S. troops remain.
사실 난 날 때서부터 오늘까지 기업주의 식민지 하에서 자랐어. 그런데 가진 유린을 다 당하고 경연 동들이 묻힌 곳, 자주 독립국가에 식민지를 벗어나서 묻히고 싶다.
He has rallied with supporters in Seoul, even outside the presidential office in Yongsan. They believe President Lee Jae-myung is more open to engagement with Pyongyang than his predecessor. But while South Korea has promised to expand inter-Korean contact, without any response from Pyongyang, even a symbolic gesture like allowing the return of this aging prisoner is proving impossible. For Mr. An, who has spent a lifetime in exile, the wait continues. His body may remain in the South, but his heart and his final wish lie beyond the border. Lim Yun Suk, CNA, Seoul.